Hello. Okay, so my speaker has actually been working the last few lives, so I'm probably just going to jump into this. So hopefully if you jump on, you can hear me. Now that I'm not going to wait for somebody to tell me if they can hear me, you probably won't be able to hear me. So hopefully that's not the case though. I think it's actually been my phone case is covering part of my speaker, and that's why it has been silencing me out. And then I noticed in my past videos that I talk with my hands a lot, and I use my daughter's room because the Wi-Fi is the best in here. And when I get talking with my hands, it like blurs out the sound on my phone. I can hear you. Thank you, Donna. I was like, I'm just going to start this time and hopefully everybody can hear me because it's worked the last few times. But I think I figured out that it's my case on my phone that is causing some of the issues, and that I bang around when I talk. So I'm going to really try to keep my hands down and not use them to talk. We'll see how that works. Anyway, so today I want to talk about something that's really important, and that's branding yourself. And the reason I'm going to talk about this is I've had a lot of people messaging me this month saying like, I don't know what to do. I'm not getting any sales this month. I can't get anyone excited about joining the opportunity. What am I doing wrong? And so I actually, the last few days, have done some research on my own, and I Facebook stalked a lot of you. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting a message. I Facebook stalked a lot of the Moji Life distributors on our team, off our team, just to kind of see what people are doing out there. And I was really surprised to see that 50 to 60%, if I wouldn't have known that they were in Moji Life, I wouldn't have known. Like, because I know they're in Moji Life because they've reached out to me or they're on my team, but going to their Facebook page, I would have had no idea at all. And I know a lot of people don't want to post on their personal page a lot, and I get that. But at the same time, like, I guess the way I see it is, yes, I have a business page and I'm going to post most everything there. And I have my personal page, which is for my personal life, but Moji Life is a huge part of my life now. Like I'm passionate about it. I'm excited about it. I love it. And so how do you not share something like that on your personal page? So it was just kind of shocking to see how many people were not even really using social media to their advantage. And so I'm like, you know what? I think we need to do a little training about branding, because branding is huge. You want to be able to go somewhere, or you want to be online, and you want people to know what you do. So anyways, I've been getting all these messages, so I went through and I was looking through all these Facebook pages and business pages. And something I noticed with business pages, obviously, is that a lot of people, they're with Moji Life because you see it on their cover photo, you see it in their profile picture, and if you scroll, you see Moji Life. But I noticed that a lot of these business pages, which is so weird, a lot of them haven't even had anything posted onto them since like December 3rd, December 1st, November. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is bad. Like, you want to be consistent. Everybody should be posting at least one time a day in their business page. Some of us have groups, and that's fine. I do not like groups personally, but that's because of the network I have, who my friends, family, and followers are. They would much rather me have a business page. But myself personally, I don't like groups. If you like them and you're having success in your group, then awesome. Definitely do a group. The only thing I advise with a group is make sure you're asking permission. Don't just throw people in without permission. It's going to give them a bad taste in their mouth. And most people it's just nice to invite people before adding them into a group. So, anyway, so like business page, at least 1 to 3 times a day, you should be posting in that business page, being consistent. This doesn't mean that everything has to be, showcasing a product or saying buy me. This can be a business quote, an inspirational quote. It doesn't matter what it is, but you need to be in there consistently 1 to 3 times a day. So if you're messaging me and saying like, I don't know what to do, I'm not getting any sales, no one's even interested, and I go to your business page and I see you haven't posted since like November 29th, I'm going to be like, well, silly, I'll tell you why, because no one knows you're doing it. People go in and out of stuff a lot. And so when you're going in and out, and that's fine. I was going to say that next. So a lot of people are with another company. And so a lot of people, which that is actually awesome that you do that, because I see a lot of people, whether they're on our team or off our team, that do two different businesses, and they have one post that's Moji Life, excuse me, one post that's Moji Life and the next for another business. And that just seems like kind of pitch me, sell me. And a lot of people are going to take it like, oh my gosh, you are just trying to get in my pockets. You're just trying to get a penny out of me. And they don't like that. So if you do have more than one business, pick a platform for Moji Life and pick a platform for social media with another one. So say use Instagram for one and Facebook for the other. So yes, and that's fine. And actually, Darcy, don't worry. I wasn't Facebook stalking you. I promise. I wasn't looking at your page. But anyways, so if you do have more than two businesses, so I'm glad you said that. Definitely, and if it's working for you and you're having success with posting multiple businesses on your personal page or on whatever platform you're using, then that's fine. Definitely keep doing what works for you. But I do really recommend still have a different business page set up through Facebook for both of your businesses. But on your personal wall, try to keep it to just one business. Don't do 3 different business posts a day for 3 different businesses. That, I don't know. It like I said, it kind of seems pitch to me, sell it to me. And people don't like that. So it's okay to be passionate about a product and about more than one product, but sometimes people in general just don't like that. So just be cautious. So, and I know there's another lady on our team, and I won't say names because I never know who doesn't want me to say their name or not, but she's actually with another company, and she uses Instagram for her Moji Life, and she uses her Facebook personal page for her other business that she runs. And that's totally fine. Anyway, so let's see, I kind of lost my place there because I was talking to Darcy about that. But anyways, you want people to know what company you're representing, especially if you're working on Moji Life right now and say that you're doing it from Facebook. You want to have a business page, but also you want Moji Life to be a part of your personal life too. And something that Kevin said last week that actually really, in the leadership meeting, that really caught my attention is that if you get posting too much, it kind of becomes a white noise. And I am guilty. Like, from the day I started, I have been so excited about Moji Life that I probably have posted maybe a little bit too much on my personal page. But it's so hard because you're so excited and you want to grow your business, and you post something in your business page, and like right now I think I might have like almost 600 likes on my business page, whereas I have over 1,000 friends on my personal page. So like I post it in my business page and I'm like, oh, but so many people I know that would love this product in their home aren't seeing it because they're not on my business page. And so then I'm like, okay, I'll go share it over here too. So, and you do want to share, but you don't want to overshare. And I probably, myself, I'm guilty of probably posting too much. So some of us are posting too much on our personal page and some of us are not posting enough. So just be aware, if you're worried about you're not getting sales or getting people interested, go look at your page. A really good rule of thumb is to scroll through your personal page, and you should have 4 to 5 posts that are not business related to one business post. So, I mean, I probably definitely have some cleaning out to do. I can admit that. But then on your business page, that's different. Guilty of too much. It's hard, right, Nikki? We get excited, and that's me. As I was just saying, I get so excited that I want to just share everything. And I'm like, okay, right now I'm probably being a white noise. And luckily, like, I haven't lost any followers. I've never had any negative feedback saying I'm posting too much, which I know some people do get that. Luckily, I guess my network is very supportive, and they kind of have been excited with me. So I think that's why I've been so excited. So anyways, yeah, so go through your personal page and see, like, do I have nothing Moji Life on there? Then I probably need to put something on there. Or is it Moji Life, Moji Life, Moji Life, selfie, Moji Life, selfie? Then yeah, you probably want to clear that out a little bit. So I'm glad Kevin said that, because like, I know this. I've done lots of webinars and trainings to know that you shouldn't overpost on your personal page. But when you get excited, you just get in this groove and you get like zoned in and focused, and you're like kind of forget about all the rules and what works and what doesn't work. So I was really glad he talked about that. So if you missed that, that was something that he did talk about last week. And I did share it on our team page, so you can always go back and watch it, just like our live videos that I do here. But the more you are posting, whether it's your business page or your personal page, it takes consistency and it takes time for people to really start noticing it, because anymore, Facebook really kind of is like a big infomercial a lot of the time, with different companies and different products out there. So once you keep being consistent and you are posting attractively, more friends and family and followers are going to start believing in it, and they're going to start wanting to ask more questions. I'll tell you right now that I'm into my 5th month of being with Moji Life, because I signed up in June, which we didn't launch until July, but I did sign up in June. And last month and this month have been my best month, not only for sales, but it's been my best month where so many people are reaching out to me from posts that I have posted, or pictures on my business page, asking me questions. Not all of them have ordered, but a lot of people have been asking me questions about Moji Life now. And that's 5 months into being very consistent and posting quite often, whether it's my business page, Instagram, my personal Facebook page. This is like, I've been pretty dang consistent with posting and marketing Moji Life. And my 4th and 5th month in right now, I am getting a lot of people. Like, you kind of like, you for a while there when you first start out, like, you don't get anyone really liking anything or commenting unless it's another team member or unless it's a close family member that's supporting you. And it kind of is like, oh, why is no one so excited? Like, I'm so excited. Why is no one seeing this? And the last 2 months, people have been a lot more excited. They're asking me questions. Like I said, they're not all buying yet. Some have, but not all of them have bought yet. But they are asking me questions now. So the more you post, the more they're going to start believing it and seeing how excited you are. And they're going to realize, okay, this isn't just like an as seen on TV product. This is a real amazing product. Hi, buddy. Hey, will you give me just a minute? Oh, go tell Marley. Hurry. Tell her, start me a new movie, sis. And she'll get it, okay? Thanks, buddy. Hey, look. He's clothed. I just had to show you guys. He's in clothes today. Well, they're pajamas. Okay, go get in, or go have Marley do it. Yeah, but let me hurry and I'll be done really quick. This is short. Now you're gonna watch yourself. Okay. Anyways, so basically, if you are not posting a few times a day in your business page, at least once a day, or sharing a few times a week on your personal page, you really can't complain to your upline or be frustrated or discouraged that you're not seeing results yet. You have to stay consistent, and it takes time. It's not going to happen in your first month. For some of us, it may, and that's awesome. But for the most part, that's probably not going to happen. Sorry, hold on. Oh, and then he went out. Never mind. Okay. So branding yourself. So this is branding yourself outside of the home and online. So outside of the home. And I know I've talked about this a little bit before, carrying your business cards on you. This is huge. Whether you go to a restaurant and you leave it on the table with a tip, I do it all the time. Just the other day, I went and picked up Pizza Hut, and we, again, live in a really small town. So there's like the same 3 people that work at our Pizza Hut, and we go there quite often. And I was picking up pizza, and there's this one lady in there, and she's so sweet, and she's a younger lady, and she's just like, I've thought about talking to her a few times because she's so personable and she's really social and she has like a really good personality, that she's somebody that I really think would do really good at this kind of a business. And I've always wanted to say something to her, but it's kind of like, what do you say? Like, you kind of get stuck, and I kind of have thought about it, but it just hasn't been the right time. So the other day I walked in to pick up our pizza, and she was on the phone talking to somebody. And again, like, her social skills are just amazing. I mean, she's working at Pizza Hut, and she seriously could be like at a law firm or something. Like, she's just so friendly and sweet and amazing. So when she got off the phone, she was like, okay, what's the name on your pizza? And I told her, and I'm like, have you ever heard of Moji Life? And she's like, looked at me like I'm crazy, right? And she's like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, you would rock at this business. I'm like, here's my business card. Look up my website and tell me what you think. And on my business card, it has like, or you can get a hold of me on Facebook. And then my website has all my information on there. And you know what? I left there and she could think that I'm crazy, and she could have threw my card away, or she could have like took the compliment to heart, and it could have made her feel good. And it was a true compliment. Like, she really would do amazing at this business. That she may end up reaching out to me one day, and it may not be right away, and it could be. I have no idea. But I know that I go in there enough that I'm sure she probably is going to say something to me the next time I go into Pizza Hut. I guarantee it. So always have your business cards on you, because you never know when the conversation's going to come up, so you can hand it out, or when you find that special person that you think would rock this business with you, and you want to make sure that you have some way to give them your information to see if they're interested. So that's a huge thing. Moji Life swag. Okay, I know companies that start out and they don't have any kind of swag at all. The last company I was with, this year is their 4th year being in business, and they had no swag. You had to go to Etsy and get stuff designed and personalized yourself. This year, they barely, like 3 months ago, just started coming out with like t-shirts and stuff like that. Moji Life already has swag for us. There is t-shirts, there is pins, there is car decals, there is water bottles. There's so many things. Yes, most of us probably aren't going to wear a Moji Life shirt everywhere, but if you're going to help at your kid's school one day, wear it. If you are doing a vendor show, you better have a Moji Life t-shirt on, because you never know when someone's going to say, what is that? What's Moji Life? So take advantage of us having swag so early on in this company. Let's see. Okay, other ways to market. So like I said, water cup. If you work outside of the home too, on top of Moji Life, make sure you're using the Moji Life water cup at your desk. Somebody could ask you, whether it's somebody you, somebody you work with, or whether it's somebody that comes in, a customer or a patient, or I don't know what kind of office you work in or what the field is, but once a week, wear yours to preschool. That's awesome. See? And I always help at my daughter's school too. And I don't wear it every time, but like you said, once a week. I'm not there quite that often, but I will wear it. Carrying your air emoji on you. This is big. You guys already know in one of my videos I told you, I turn that thing on walking through Walmart inside my purse, because I know somebody's going to smell it, especially in Walmart, and be like, what is that smell? And what better way to be like, oh, it's probably this. It must have turned on in my purse, okay? But if you want to take it a step further, and it may seem crazy to you, but some of you, I don't know if you've heard of 31 bags. They have clear pockets in them, and people carry around with other companies too. They do some. I've heard of some people doing it with Moji Life, and I've heard of a lot of people doing it with other companies as well. But there are these bags, so it probably wouldn't work for guys because it's more like a purse. But they have clear pockets in it, so you can put your Moji cards in there, your catalogs in there, and then you can have your air emoji and maybe a few fragrance samples. Maybe not all your samples in there, but a few in there, to where if, you know, you're walking by and they see that, somebody's probably going to approach you because it has clear pockets. They can see everything right there in it. So that's a great way to market yourself and use one of those bags. It's actually something that, because I already throw my air emoji in my purse a lot of the time, I just need to get one of the clear bags so I have it. On Etsy, you know what? It's actually a direct sales company too. And so what better way to support another home-based business to, you know, help your business? But if you want information, I actually know somebody who sells the 31 bags, and I can let you know. And people are nosy. They want to know, what is that? Especially if you have clear pockets, you're just like welcoming them into your purse. And who doesn't want to know what somebody has in their purse, right? So it's a great way to use it. But then for online, buy a domain. This is not something you have to do. But if you're trying to brand yourself, one of the first things I did when I signed up with Moji Life was my business page name on Facebook is My Moji Life Madness. And so I went and got me a GoDaddy.com website. Right now, I don't have like a website built or anything, but I have it linked to my Facebook business page, which I've actually debated about going ahead and just linking that to the www.mojiproduct.com page, my actual personal website with Moji Life. And I haven't really decided which way I want to go with it yet, because I feel like I have more videos and ways to explain what the air emoji is than just taking them straight to see the product. Because sometimes people will go to a website and they'll like scroll a little bit and then maybe not quite understand it, and it might just totally lose their interest. So whereas my business page, you know, there's a lot of things on there that are eye-catching and might catch their attention. So right now I have my domain linked to my Facebook business page. Eventually I would like just to create a nice website for it in general, but I haven't done that yet. Sorry, phone call. And then sharing your face, it's huge. And a lot of us probably don't love pictures, love doing that kind of stuff. It's something I've definitely had to get out of my shell doing. But if you... That is my husband. And I'm actually surprised he's not watching me live, because usually he's watching me live and he makes me nervous. And I've told him, the rule is you can't watch me when I'm live because you make me nervous, and he thinks it's hilarious. So now he does it on purpose. So I don't know how he doesn't know I'm in the middle of a Facebook Live, but he's going to keep calling me. Sorry. But it helps develop trust when people can see your face. It helps them just like kind of trust your business a little bit more when they see who's putting out these posts. So make sure on your business page that you do have a picture, whether you want it to be you holding the air emoji or just a picture of yourself that you use on your business cards or whatever it is. make sure that you have a picture of you up there. And another really smart thing to do is make sure that your profile picture on all your social media platforms are the exact same. So that's something I wasn't doing, and I try to go and change it quite often now to make sure that they're all the same. But if you have Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat, try to make sure you're using the same page, because then people can connect you easily and know that's who they've been talking to. If they see you somewhere else and they want to connect to you there, they'll know that it's you. So make sure you're using the same picture that you're using as your profile picture for all your social media platforms. And then, being everywhere as much as possible online. So now when I say this, I don't mean go out and be on every single site like consistently. I have Pinterest and I have Twitter, and I don't do Snapchat. I don't understand Snapchat. I guess I'm old school. I don't get it. But if you have a big following there, then use it. But I say really focus on two main social media platforms. So like Facebook and Instagram, I have the most followers on. That's where most of my family and my friends are. And I know how to use them the best. So those are my two major platforms that I'm making sure I'm posting on very consistently. But like Twitter, I might post something on there. I don't really have a lot of followers because I really don't know how to use Twitter that well. So I maybe do it like once a week, if that. LinkedIn is about once a week, but I think that's a really good one too, especially because it's business orientated. So be wherever you can and post, but focus on two main social media platforms that you're working on, or you're just going to overwhelm yourself if you're trying to post 2 to 3 times in all those places and have a good profile. So I would say focus on two, but then interact with a few others, especially if you have a big following. If you have a huge following on Snapchat, whatever it is, then definitely be using it, okay? Let's see. I have to look at my notes always. So when I signed up, I knew that I was going to push this super, super hard, and that I was going to not hold back at all, because I talked about this before too, that with my last company, I kind of held back a little bit. And so I knew I was going to go out there and push this as hard as I could. And I was one of the first people in my small town to sign up. I definitely was not the first, but I was one of the first. Few group of 10 people probably that signed up. I was one of them. And so I knew that I had to start branding myself immediately. And I knew I wanted people to look at me and know that I was part of Emoji Life. And so you'll start to know that when you start branding yourself, people will start recognizing you. And it's actually, you guys know I'm really, really shy. And so there's been a few times already in this small town, I've been here for 5 years and people still don't know me, and that's fine. I'm with my kids all the time. It's not a big deal. But in the last few months, I've had so many people coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're the emoji girl." And I'm just like, well, there's a lot of emoji girls. They're like, "No, you're the emoji girl." And so it's kind of cool to be like, no, I've actually lived here for 5 years and nobody knows who I am. But now people are starting to know who I am because of Emoji Life, because I'm branding myself. So you want to make sure that you're branding yourself. Another thing, back to carrying your business cards. So if you're got your pay portal set up, make sure that you are using the Emoji Life card. When I handed that lady at Pizza Hut my business card and was telling her, gave her a compliment saying you would rock at this, look into it, let me know what you think. Guess how I paid for my pizza? Emoji Life card, right? Make sure you're using that. And I know a lot of people are like, I'd rather just transfer it and have one card. And if you really feel strongly about that, that's fine. No big deal. But it helps. Me and Michael-Lynn went to the city, last week to do some Christmas shopping. And everywhere we went, we both were using our emoji card. And these people are like, what the heck is that? Because she would pay with her emoji card, and then I was paying with my emoji card. And so I'm sure it was kind of catching people's attention. And some people may not have cared or were interested at all. But I bet a few people at those registers, when we left, end up looking up what Emoji Life was. How are these girls buying all this stuff for Christmas with emoji card? So I bet we got a few people that were just looking up Emoji Life from our card. So use that card once you get it. If you can, whatever you can use it on, definitely use it. It'll help you. Let's see here. I have to just look at all my notes real quick to make sure I'm not missing something. So like I said, we talked about making sure that you're using one platform for each business. Thanks to Darcy, she brought that up. And Sorry, I was moving that out of the way. I need to put like a cover over the words at the bottom so it doesn't sidetrack me. But then if you guys ask me a question or say something, I can't see it. So I guess you guys have to deal with me not paying attention all the time and looking at the bottom. Anyways, so then the last thing I want to talk about is making yourself stand out. If, especially in my town where there's so many of us here, like what are you doing to make yourself stand out from the rest of everybody? And a really good thing here is, and I'm going to use Michaelin as an example just because like she's my best friend and I know she won't get mad at me if I say her name. And so this isn't like a real life situation. This is just an example. So say that, most people aren't going to post consistently on their business pages. So if you are one of those, people are going to know who you are. He won't stop calling. My goodness. So say that Michaelin is posting 2 to 3 times a day on her business page. She's sharing, one of those business posts on her personal page at least once a week or, twice a week on her personal page. And then I'm over here posting like once every week, maybe once every 2 weeks. But Michaelin is excited and she's posting consistently. Well, most of us are going to have, you can swipe to this side to hide the comments when they make your, look at that, Nikki. Oh, yes, I love it. You just taught me something I didn't know. That's awesome. Oh, except for you can see more of my body than I thought when I move the comments. Maybe I want them back over. Anyways, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that. Thank you, Nikki. But if she's posting, really consistently, and me and Michael and our family, we're really good friends. And so we have a lot of the same people on Facebook. And if they see her posting very consistently, and they see me not so much, they're probably going to go to Michaelin to talk about the opportunity, or if they're finally interested in purchasing an emoji, they're probably going to go to her because they see she's excited and passionate about this product. And second, they probably forgot I'm even with it because our attention spans are really short. And if you see somebody consistently